Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play series. In this part, going to be continuing on with the main story. Hopefully, going to be unlocking Grand Companies in this part. Wasn't sure how far away it was, and to be honest, I'm kind of behind on recording these because I ran into some issues this weekend. I had planned to maybe take an entire day and just record the entire time, and it was looking good. And then I got the stomach flu, and I couldn't record this at all. I was literally going to record, like, the next 10-15 parts. Like, alright, time to get Healer happy to level 50, ASAP, record all these parts, start uploading them across the week. Yeah, it's going to be great. Didn't work out that way, really. Yeah, I got the stomach flu. I'm still a little bit, I'm still suffering from it a little bit. But the worst of it's behind me, thankfully, so I feel like I can finally get some recordings out of the way, get back to leveling this guy, because it's behind. I wanted him level 50 already. I really did. And, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening this week. But I'm going to do my best to see how far I can get with this, along with, want to put up some more Reciteer videos, because I'm loving that game. I've got my stream schedule now, which, makes it so that I have to kind of record this during certain times. And then I have my Guild Wars 2 thing, which I'm also enjoying, but also wanted to have a dedicated day to that. So that's probably going to have to happen next weekend now instead of this weekend. So, yeah. And my voice is also a little bit messed up from the stomach flu. Lost my voice because of that. So, still on the recovery train, but I'm feeling good enough to at least get some recordings done and doneer, pretty much. So, this part, the big thing I really am hoping I can get to pretty quickly in this part is Grand Companies and getting your first mount. Because that's a question that a lot of new players are regularly puzzled with, especially the early acquisition of Grand Company seals. Eventually, they'll just start falling into your lap as you level multiple jobs, and you'll be like, oh, what do I even need these things for? And, but this isn't one of those times. This is one of those times where you're going to be like, oh, how the heck do I get Grand Company seals for this? What's the fastest way for me to get them? And while there are a lot of different ways to get them, I find that there is one very, very quick way to do it, especially if you join the Immortal Flames early on. That's just the Grand Company I'm a lot more familiar with. Dawn Risk Guards, nice. Those will work across all jobs. I'm going to assume that that's a drop specifically from here. Skipping the cutscenes as per usual. I think I still have a little bit to go before I actually get to pick a Grand Company, and I know I have to do a quest regardless of which Grand Company I pick. Something to do with a newfound hero. Maybe. It might be here, actually. This might be the spot where I actually get to pick it. Because what's going to happen eventually is you're going to be in this room and you're going to have a choice between 3 officers. So, wow, that's perfect. So, after you beat Ifrit, very soon after that in the main story, you're going to unlock the ability to join a Grand Company. And if you've played any other MMOs, think of this as your version of an allegiance. You'll be able to buy gear from these guys. There'll be special leave quests available from these guys. The leave quests will actually be available regardless of which Grand Company you're a part of. But they offer rewards for you, and leveling up, their rewards are excellent alternatives to dungeon drops, as they can also be used across multiple jobs, especially when leveling up crafters and gatherers as well. So, I'm actually in adders on my other character because the PvP queue times are a little bit quicker, and that's something we'll talk about in a later video. However, early on, I am very familiar with the Immortal Flames progression path, so I am actually going to go with the Immortal Flames for this one. So, it's just the one I'm the most comfortable with. I'll probably regret this decision later, but it really doesn't matter to me, at the very least. I think you have to talk to each of them first. That's all you have to do, and then I have to go outside and talk to Tataru. Alright, so we spoke to each of them, and we're good. I guess that this may be not where I thought it was. I don't remember them appearing before you can actually join a Grand Company, but I also don't remember having to leave and speak with Tataru before coming back in and talking to those guys. So it looks like we're not too far away from joining a Grand Company, and as soon as you join a Grand Company, the first thing you should do is get your mount. Your first mount. Now, if you have like the Collector's Edition or something, it won't really matter all too much. If you use the Chocobo that you unlock or not, but even if you have like the Coral mount, or you have some sort of mount from veteran rewards or anything, you still need to Get your license. Get your mount license, basically. So this is, I guess we have to go to each of the cities. I kind of forgot about this step. So that's what we're going to do. I'm burning through all my Aetheryte tickets to get through this part quicker. I've been doing it the last few parts, especially because I got sick. I really don't want to waste time. I shouldn't say waste time because I'm telling you guys not to teleport everywhere you go, and I'm being a terrible example of that right now. It's just... I gotta get around quicker for these videos, just for the sake of it. I've got 23 of them left, so we'll see how long that lasts. At the rate I'm going, it won't last very long at all, but one can hope, you know. So we're gonna sprint down over here, and I still have teleport on my bar. No matter how much it annoys people, I still have it on my bar. So yeah, there's gonna be a cutscene for each of these here, basically kind of introducing you to the three nations, kind of help sway your decision one way or another. So that's one of the three out of the way. I'm actually going to take the airship for the next part. Airship should be right over here, if I'm not mistaken. I believe the lift is not too far over here. Maybe. Having second thoughts about that. Maybe it isn't over here. Yeah, beginning to think it actually wasn't over here. There's something else over here, though. What is this over here? No, this isn't part of this quest. What the heck is it? Oh, it's the quest for the aesthetician. I might as well grab the quest for the aesthetician too. I really don't care for the aesthetician, in case you couldn't tell. Just not a thing for me. Oh well. I'm already here. At this point, I'm just delaying it. I'm not going to accept that other quest, because that's probably something related to a luxury long lost. Yeah, I'm not interested in that quest right now. I'm just going to teleport over to the other ones. Against my better judgment, I am going to teleport over to... Let's go with Gridania. Yeah, those Aetheryte tickets aren't going to last much longer at all, it seems. So yeah, getting through this Grand Company quest isn't going to be too difficult. It's just a lot of running around. It's really easy to give into the temptations you see me giving into with teleporting. Also, another aesthetician quest, might as well do it. At this point, I'm just delaying the inevitable. I want that quest off my log one way or another, sooner or later. Might as well actually make some progress out of it, especially considering I'm already in the area. So now I need to go to the amphitheater. I think I actually neglected getting the Aethernet for the amphitheater all this time. I'll find out in like 2 seconds. I've ran past it like 5 times. I don't know that I ever picked it up in any of the parts. Something also you shouldn't do, but when I'm going through these videos, a lot of me just like get point A to point B. Yeah, I didn't do it. Luckily, the amphitheater is right through up here, so it'd be pretty negligent of me to not pick it up this time, considering it is my exact destination. So, what do you say we actually get the Aethernet to the amphitheater this time around, huh? Alright. See, not too far. Luckily, the amphitheater is not one of the super far away. It feels kind of far away because it's in New Gridania. You know what's funny? The reason I never got that amphitheater shard, or the Aethernet shard for the amphitheater, is because the Moogle's right here, but I would have had to take all these extra steps in order to get over to the Aethernet shard. That's so far away. I don't want to do it. And not like Dragon Force so far away, because that's not a good example for anything. Alright, destination. That's 2 out of 3 out of the way. I still even have the Archer quest on my duty list. I maybe should have kept that hidden, but keeping it hidden while I'm doing the dungeons felt okay, but while I'm actually going around doing the quests, it does show my more lax side. You know, as somebody who's played this game, you know, for quite some time, the more relaxed status of me completing my quests, where it's just like, you know, I got these quests. I know when I want to do them. I know when they need to get done. I know what they're important for. They're just not a priority for me right now. So, it still looks negligent, though. Alright, Remembrance Service at the stateroom, and then I'm going to probably have to head back to the Waking Sands. Now, I actually ended with Limsa Lominsa on purpose, because I'm assuming I'll have to go to the Waking Sands after this. I hope I'm right about that. No, I am interested. Why do you always have to start on no? I am interested in attending. That's why I'm here. Why would I show up if I wasn't interested? Hey, I just wanted to show up and tell you I don't care. Alright, so there's a good reason why I ended in Limsa Lominsa, because I do have to go back to the Waking Sands right now. There's actually another way you can take to get to the Waking Sands, and a lot of people, especially people who started in Limsa Lominsa, may prefer this way to get there, as opposed to teleporting over to Horizon and either taking the Chocobo Keeper at these early levels, or, I don't know, or mounting up and going there. There are people who prefer this route. There's actually a boat here in Limsa Lominsa that could take you to a few different places around Limsa Lominsa, but can also take you to the, to Vesper Bay. And so I'm going to head over this way. There's an Ethernet over here, I believe, that I'm going to want to grab as well. The one for the Arcanist Guild, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right there. And there should also be a boat here that can take me to the Waking Sands. Not directly to the Waking Sands, but it might as well, right? I don't really have many other reasons to go to Vesper Bay. At least not at this point in the story. Alright, so now have access to that. Should be right over here, the fare ticketer. Now, you can only use... Why did I say now like that? It's a little bit more expensive, you know, the boat as opposed to the Chocobo Keeper. But if you have to teleport over to Verizon... Yeah, Verizon. Yeah, not Horizon, Verizon. As you can tell, still a little sick. My mind's not exactly working properly. Yeah, with the teleport cost to Horizon, it saves you money to kind of just take the boat. But that's if you're in the Limps Lamenta area anyway, you know? Nope, not going to accept the random free company invite. Rule of mine, no and no-sif. No. No, no, no. And as you see right here, works perfect, right? It also works the other way around. If you want to get back to Limps Lamenta, and when you're leaving the Waking Sands, it's also another option. So here we go, back inside. Gotta speak to Minfilia. Then we'll probably be able to pick our Grand Company from there. I wish I could just record this all day, but man, my stomach is still acting up a little bit. So I don't think I can necessarily sit and just record for all too long. Yeah, these guys are still here. Alright, what do you want? Give me more experience points. Skip this cutscene, because we're trying to do this in a timely fashion. There we go. Now we get to pick them. Alright. Like I said, I'm going to go with the Flame Officers. It's the one I'm most familiar with. It really doesn't matter. There is some difference in the gear that each one of them gives you. But honestly, it's not so big of a choice that it needs to dictate what Grand Company that you pick. Honestly, they all serve the same purposes fairly similarly. You'll probably skip over the level 50 gear that they offer. You might use it at first, but it's not like something that you're going to use in the long term. So don't let this be a deciding factor. Now, if you plan to do PvP at a later level, your Grand Company allegiance does matter for that. On my data center, Ether, the Flames have an extremely long queue time, but they usually have a pretty good win rate at the same time. Whereas the Adders, the Grand Company that I decided to change to from the Immortal Flames, has a lower win rate, but they get queues a lot faster. So doing some research, talking with people on your server before making this decision, if you want to make a more PvP-oriented decision, is totally okay. So if you want that to guide you, don't worry at all. Now, even though I selected the Immortal Flames, I still actually have to do a quest for them before they will accept me. Don't worry, this isn't some like super complicated quest or anything like that. It's just going to be, I gotta go do a quest. And very often at this point, you'll find yourself setting your home point near your Grand Company. It sort of builds itself into your psyche that now this is my home nation. It doesn't matter where I started at the beginning of the game. Whatever Grand Company I'm aligned to, that is now my home nation. And that's kind of how it's designed to work. You'll probably spend a lot of your time in Mordona later. Trust me, when we get there, you'll understand why. But early levels, it could be a good idea to stay near your Grand Company. So I am actually going to change my home point to here. I just have more of a reason to be here now. My name is Healer Happy. I believe you are expecting me. Damn right you are. And if he says you aren't, I'm going to be very, 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 very not excited. Yeah, I had a feeling I couldn't skip this cutscene. That's why I didn't even try right away. So we're just going to blaze through all this text. Just blaze. Yeah. And it shouldn't be too bad. You are going to have to rank up with them, and that does cost quite a few Grand Company seals. You get a lot of Grand Company seals through a variety of ways. There are special Grand Company leaves that give you seals, which very early on are actually very, very effective. So we need to head to Horizon's Edge and determine the fate of its airship and crew. That's over in Western Fanaland. That's actually not too far from here. So I'm actually just gonna run it like Chris Brown. I'm just gonna run it. All right. Yeah. So I'm not gonna teleport over to Horizon. To me, this is one of those trips where it would have been a waste of an Ethernet ticket, you know? And you're going to hear me bounce back and forth between Ethernet and Ethernet. They say Ethernet most of the time in the story. So it's just that when I see that A, it makes me want to add that sort of, it makes me want to change the way I say it. Pretty sure it is just Ethernet, though. The A is just kind of there. It's a silent A. But, you know, Ethernet, personally, I don't care. Call it whatever you want. But I know a lot of people like to say, no, man, it's this. No, it's this. No, it's this. And I'm just like, potato, man. Tomato. It's weird. I've never heard somebody say potato or tomato. So that's really the worst sort of thing. There's got to be a better sort of metaphor for, hey, there's two different ways to pronounce something. Because I've never heard hey, you want some potato fries? Wait, you mean French fries? Yeah. I'm sorry, potato chips. What? What the heck is a potato? So, yeah, no, I mean, come on, a potato. Idaho potatoes. No, nobody says that, alright? I would actually like to meet someone who does say that so I can understand where that phrase even comes from. Because I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Alright, now that we've gone off on enough of a tangent, let's get this out of the way. Little battle quest we're going to have to do right here to start Protect. Nothing major. You know, you've done a bunch of these at this point in the game. You understand that none of them... I kind of wish this airship was always here, though. It looks like good detail. Always want crashed airships wherever we go. Also, what the heck is that mail for? Oh! Delivery Moogle. That's right, I finally put in my Delivery Moogle from the plushie that I got at the fan festival. I forgot that was across all the accounts. Okay. I'm just gonna start killing people then. Give them no quarter. Will do. We got some healers. This quest probably isn't too bad. Oh, you know what? I think I remember what happens during this quest. I remember this quest being pretty hard, again, in the beta stages of the game, when it was actually available. I don't actually know. You know what? I don't think this quest was available. Oh, you know what? Should be taking out the healers first, guys. Guys, always take out the healers first. I'm going to kill this guy just because he's almost dead anyway, but take out the healers first. Because look at this. Look at all this extra damage. What are they? What is... Oh, the Decurion is healing him. Hey, Decurion, stop it. I actually don't know that I can handle the Decurion on my own. Pretty sure he's too strong for me to take care of. So I actually am just going to take care of all the little ones. Conjure, get out of the way. I could probably... Because there should be more waves after this. I'm pretty sure there's more waves. Like, eventually there's going to be a... what are they called? I'm trying to remember what they're called. It's a Magitech something. My memory's not working too properly with it. I remember to turn off Cleric Stance there. I don't think I did. It's on right now. Oh, and Imagine a Fire. That might have been the one that was healing them. It's casting Blizzard 2, so maybe not. Just using Blizzard 2 occasionally. He's getting that Umbral Ice stack up right now. There's... He's doing Blizzard 2, then Fire 2. Blizzard 2, then Fire 2. I'm going to let them handle this guy while I get some MP back. Where's the bloody Vanguard? We need it now. Oh, yeah, Imperial Vanguard. That's what it's called. Let me get some MP back. There it is. There it is. That's a pretty ballsy move to just run over and start... just run head first as a Thaumaturge up into the enemy group. That's... You probably shouldn't do that. It's not a good example of what to do as a Thaumaturge. I would not recommend that, even if you're using Blizzard 2. I would not recommend that be your first choice of action. Alright, let's kill off these Fundators. And then we'll switch over, because he is wrecking through my Conjurer and the other guy. Okay, never mind. They're doing all right. I don't know why the Conjurer took so much damage. Because that attack didn't look like it did much at all. I'm going to finish the Decurion as well. Might as well. He's almost dead. So, take care of him and then just have the last Vanguard. Now, this guy does a few AoE attacks. You can see him doing them on the flames right over there. Okay, yeah, that did a lot of damage. Yeah, we're gonna have to kill this thing. Hopefully I can... I'm running out of MP here. It's actually not a very good thing. So, now I know why he lost so much HP, because I just saw it happen myself. Usually he does like a kind of charge attack across the arena. You can usually reduce the amount of damage that it does to the flames by coming over here, because he usually does it to you. Unless they've changed this fight. Yeah, there it is. Okay, he's actually doing it to the Thaumaturge. I don't mind that. But, I'm out of MP. And that's not good. That's what I get. Maybe I should just heal a little bit more. Save some MP. Times like this, I wish I had Shroud of Saints. It's alright. The Gladiator's not taking too much. The Thaumaturge is, kind of taking a lot of damage. There you go. See? Just gotta dodge that real quick. Cast pretty fast, but if you're paying attention, you're waiting for it, you should be able to dodge it. Come on, Flame Gladiator. I have confidence in you. I have confidence in you because I'm out of MP. I'm actually going to stun the next AoE that he does in that direction. Okay, this is the attack I was thinking of. Now he's going to do it. He's going to just run away and then do it. Yeah, that's more of the attack I was thinking of. Okay. That was kind of weird. Just ran back to the middle of the arena. I wanted to prevent him from doing that attack. Save some damage, but I didn't do it in time. Oh, and here he goes again. Oh, pfft. Right across both of them. Yeah, that's going to hit the Thaumaturge pretty hard. Like I said, the gladiator should be fine. It's just, oh, it sucks. I have no MP for this. No, stop. Stop doing this. Start going after me. Please start going after me with that attack. I'm asking you nicely to please go after me with that attack. Okay, see? Much nicer. And then I can knock you away, because Fluid Aura luckily doesn't cost any MP. Alright. One more spell, or one more hit from the gladiator. Yep, and he's dead. And we're good to go. Welcome to our first Grand Company. For us, it's going to be the Immortal Flames. Alright, skip that cutscene. Probably have to head back to the Immortal Flames right now. To the Grand Company itself. Yeah, Hall of Flames. That's always going to be in the same spot. It's pretty close to the Aether. The Aetherite, I probably should have set my home point there before I came out here. Would have been a good time saver. It's definitely a good idea when you're picking your first Grand Company to set your home point right there, especially while you're doing the quest. Changing your home point often is actually very good for saving time while leveling, because if you know you're going to be in an area for quite some time, it helps to have a home point there. I mean, you can only use your return once every 15 minutes, but you can also set, if you have the token, the security token, you can set a free teleport location there, and that definitely helps. So that's something that you might see me doing in the future parts. If you're wondering how I do that, I should probably make a video that just puts emphasis on buying a security token as well, because, well, not necessarily buying one. You can download a free one if you have a smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone, you can buy a physical one. Both of them kind of make me nervous for the main reason being that either way, if you lose it or something happens to your phone or something happens to the token, have fun logging in. There's an emergency removal password, but a lot of people forget to write down their emergency removal password. Highly recommend, if you have a security token, write down your emergency removal password. Trust me, you do not want to go through the headaches of having to call Square Enix, sit on the phone, or email them, whatever decision it is you want to make, and having to wait for them to help you get to your account. Because sometimes they ask you questions that are hard, like, oh, what are your registration numbers for the game? It's like, I don't know, I don't hang on to that stuff. It's like, oh, but sir, if you don't have it, I can't help. While other ones will just ask for basic information. It can really be a pain, trust me. I don't know what I want, actually. I think I want this is a healer character, first and foremost. Yeah, let me get the ring. I was thinking about the other rewards, but this is strength dex, strength vitality. This is the only real reward for casters, so I'm going to go with that. Light level 22, and we are... Oh, is this going to be the actual quest to let me join the Grand Company, or is this going to be the... Yeah. The personnel... okay, here we go. This is going to be the quest that actually brings me into the Grand Company. Luckily, this time he doesn't have any actual questions for me, so I can skip the cutscenes. Immortal Flames, Flame Private 3rd Class. We are here. Delivery missions unlocked. We've got it, baby. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And then, immediately after unlocking the Grand Company, you'll unlock a quest right next to where you unlocked it called My Little Chocobo, which will be where you unlock your first mount. Yes, Private Happy. That is correct. So, basically, you're going to need a Flame Chocobo issuance, and you're going to have to present it to an NPC over here on the map. This guy right here. So, depending on where you are, obviously that's going to change, but it basically will be an NPC, the Chocobo Keep within the city, or somebody near the Chocobo Keep in the city. So what you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to go over to your Quartermaster, and you'll notice there are a bunch of ranks here. Now, you won't be able to access these higher ranks until you actually rank up, but you will be able to access the lower rank stuff, as you can see right here. And one of those things is a Flame Chocobo issuance, or in the case of adders, it would be like an Adder's Chocobo issuance or a Maelstrom Chocobo issuance. And you need 2,000 Grand Company seals. Now, up to this point, you've never had to earn Grand Company seals before. It's something totally new, totally understandable if you don't know how to go about collecting these. So, I'm going to show you a very quick way. The first thing you're going to want to find out is, where are my Grand Company leave quests? My level 20 Grand Company leave quests. Level 15, 20, it doesn't really matter where they are. If I remember correctly, they are in Drybone for me. I'd try the level 20 area for any of the other ones, like Quarry Mill is another good place that they might be for the adders. Trying to think of where the Maelstroms may be. Probably at Aleport, if I had to guess. But you just want to get to those areas, find Grand Company leave quests, and use some leave quests on that. Do any fates in the area as well, as you're going to see me do, and things will be okay. So before we go out and we do that, just want to discuss a few features of the Grand Company. There's a few things over here you're not going to have to worry about. Also, the OIC Quartermasters over here are for free companies, not for Grand Companies, which is, again, something we'll talk about later. But what you have here is you have your Flame Personnel Officer and the Quartermaster. Now, the Officer undertakes supply and provisioning missions. You can't really do this just yet. You're too low of a rank, but eventually you'll be able to hand in supplies. This will give you experience points for crafting and gathering classes. Depending on what you hand in, it'll tell you what experience it'll give you. Expert delivery also allows you to hand in excess dungeon items and leftover, higher quality items for Grand Company seals. Very high amounts usually. So keep this in mind. It's not a feature you'll be able to unlock until, as you can see, Flame Sergeant 2nd class. No more deliveries being accepted today. Don't worry about that. Also, if you ever want to increase your Grand Company rank, you can ask the officer for a promotion. He'll tell you how many seals are required, and you're going to have to do quite a lot of these. These not only help increase your rank, which allow you to use more of the features of a Grand Company, but it also allows you to access things like the expert delivery missions. Also allows you to hold more Grand Company seals, up to a maximum of 50,000 as of patch 2.5. And it's just a good thing to do. It'll unlock more quests, and you'll definitely want to do it every opportunity you can get. So, first thing we're going to want to do, try and unlock Grand Company Chocobo, which will unlock all the mounts that we've unlocked through the Veteran Rewards, Collector's Edition, whatever. If you have any of those sitting in wait, those will all get unlocked through this process as well. Now, I'm going to go check out Camp Drybone. I'm pretty sure that this is where the level 20 Immortal Flames ones are. If not, I'll take a quick look online. I highly recommend you do the same. Take a quick look online, find out where your Grand Company leaves are. Now, when you actually go to do the leaves, you're not just going to accept them from like the leave mate right here. There should be another leave mate over here that's something like a Flame Sergeant or an Adder Sergeant or something like that. Somebody who has the leave symbol above his head like this guy that isn't labeled as a leave mate. So, we're going to ask this guy, Immortal Flames leaves. That's what he has for me right here. He also has supply and provisioning missions. Again, if you want to hand those in at these people, you totally can do that. So, Immortal Flames leaves. Grand Company leave quests are various one-man tasks, very important, one-man tasks that have been deemed too important or dangerous to place in the hands of a normal adventurer. The Origin Alliance Charter states that Grand Company leave quests are to be made available to all adventurers enlisted in a Grand Company, regardless of allegiance. So, even if you aren't part of a Grand Company, you can still do their leave quests, just don't expect the bonuses to really do much for you. Grand Companies will often provide members with bonuses for undertaking their own company's leave quests. There you go. So we have two. These are level 20 ones. Now, as you can see, they reward about 145. So they're both good. We're going to accept both of them. Now, those are two very good ways of doing it. Also worth some experience points. Worth mentioning that. But another way to get Grand Company seals that is also very, very good if you're a tank or a healer, Guildhest Roulette. See how many bonuses there are right there? Now, if I actually go as a tank, see how much adventure in need. Tanks. Gives bonus. Gives about 58 bonus. That's not a lot, but it's totally worth doing. However, I am going to do it on my healer just because I want to do it on my healer. And that's the reason. So, a lot of different ways to go about. Also, now completing leaves will also give you Grand Company seals. Make use of all these things. All these things are great for getting this stuff done. As you can see, even the low-level roulette gives a fair number of Grand Company seals. So you can kill a lot of birds with one stone here. I could be doing Holotali again, like I said I wanted to in the old part. I could be doing my daily Guildhest to get these seals. As you can see, these just on their own don't give any seals, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. So really, you have your roulettes, you have your leaves, and you have your fates. So one of the ways I usually like to do it, I don't usually use the Guildhest, although I'm going to do it right here, is I actually like to just go about just doing these Grand Company leave quests and killing any fates that spawn in the area of the leave quests. So let me see what my duty finder is looking like right now. I'm not going to do a low-level roulette in this video just for the point of getting Grand Company seals. That kind of seems kind of against just extending the video that long. So here we go. Gonna go into it real quick. Luckily, the queue was only about a minute, and you've seen how quick Guildhests are in the previous part, so shouldn't be too worried about this taking too much time out of your hands. Unless, of course, the tank and both of the DPS don't press yes. That can significantly increase the amount of time it takes to get a Guildhest done. I'm very surprised. I'm the only one who has pressed yes so far. Maybe they know. Maybe... Oh, there's one. There's one. The other two, though... Not looking so hot. Not looking so hot right now. Is it actually raining? Oh, it showers. There's a feature in the game that involves rain and the sightseeing log, which, yeah. Sightseeing log is something we probably won't make a video about, ever. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, not wait. Commence. Hate that auto wait. Well, I guess it's better than auto no, because that would have been considered a withdraw. And little do you know, if you withdraw 3 times in a day, then you get locked out for an entire day. Well, not locked out for an entire day. My bad. You get a 30-minute lockout. If you withdraw 3 times within a 24-hour period, a specific 24-hour lockout period, then you get a 30-minute lockout every time you withdraw after that. I don't know why I said it was the whole day. That's a flat-out lie, Mr. Happy. Why would you say such a thing? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Alright, so let's get... Luckily, we got literally the easiest one. Actually, you know what? I think the easiest one is the one against the Dullahan. This is a very easy one, but I mean, it's not hard. But I think that one's probably the quickest. You don't have to wait for the spawns. There's not multiple things to pull. Everyone can just DPS the full time. This one, I can DPS the full time, but, yeah, this part right here makes me kind of hesitant to do that. Because there actually can be some pretty big oncoming tank damage here. There can be, of course, because nobody does these pulls separately. Pull the left-hand pack first and then the right hand. No, nobody does that. So, it can be a lot of damage. I'm just running around. I still haven't had to heal, though, so it's going pretty good. I'm going to throw him a heal right now, but going right back to DPS after that. And everybody's just mauling these things down right now. I just noticed it's 3 people with jobs, so it's 3 people doing their roulettes from a very high level standpoint. I don't think I need to heal that guy for the rest of it. I think we'll probably kill it pretty quick. Yeah. We'll be alright. He doesn't need any more. He doesn't need any more, my love. He doesn't need my love. And there you go. Some Grand Company seals. Nice, easy, out of the way. No issues at all. Could have got a small little bonus from going as a tank, but the nice little experience point bonus is, always welcome as well. I'll just give it to the tank there. Nobody did anything super special, but I don't want to not give it to anybody. Bam, right out of the way. Hey, I got 2 commendations out of it too. Nice. So now we'll do these Grand Company leaves. Now there's usually some strategies towards doing these Grand Company leave quests. Not really like big strategies. They're not gonna make people go like, oh man, you so pro. But they're nice little things that can help you get them done quicker. It depends on which ones we get though. You're probably going to have to do quite a few of these, by the way. Don't expect it to be like one and done. That's just not how it's going to be. So discover who is carrying luminous crystals and slay the target. So in order to do that, we use the poke command. Slay enemies that respond to the poke command to collect luminous crystals. So it really helps to have the poke command ready and on your bar. We're just going to poke everything. Alright, so now we know that the Earth Sprite has a luminous crystal. So we're going to kill it. Get one out of the way. Definitely helps to try and be quick with this one, especially if you notice there's an emote being used quite often. Having it able to be quickly accessed, I usually just type it out once and then just spam it over and over again by pressing enter, up, enter, does not respond. Alright, we're good to go. I'm pretty sure it's only Earth Sprites that respond in this one. I'm almost positive. I think there's only like a couple enemies left. Maybe it's one of these guys. This one has a luminous crystal. So far, none of the mongrels have responded, but oh, it's because the mongrels are the ones. Okay, so, okay, my bad. I didn't read the quest all the way through. Now, this helps if you want to get the luminous crystals. You actually don't even need to do this step that I'm doing right here where you find the luminous crystals. You don't even need to bother with that. Just start attacking these guys. I did it in the earlier parts. If they don't turn into a wicked soul, you can run away. If they do, you can just kill them. I misunderstood the quest myself, yeah. So, I thought I was misunderstanding it at first, too, because usually when there's 2 types of enemies and it wants you to use an item, usually you don't even have to go about getting the item. You can literally just start attacking enemies, and if you've seen me do it in the earlier parts, most likely. I'm pretty sure when I did some of the leaves in the earlier parts, I showed that off. If not, it was something I did in the off parts. Now, see, that one is not a wicked soul, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to run away. I'm going to de-aggro him. You can kill him if you want for the little bit of experience points that they're worth. I'm more about how quickly can I get my mount. That's what I'm about right here. How quickly can I get my mount? And stopping to kill every enemy, even if they're not the right enemy, is not going to help me speed up that process. So, we're going to be doing this. There's another form of quests. I think the other quests that I have will be the right kind of quest that I want to show off. And then I'm probably going to fast forward ahead, because you don't need to see me do all of these quests. Like, I could just fast forward ahead to when I actually get the 2,000 seals and show you guys, you know, handing in the quest, getting the chocobo, you know, where to find the chocobo on your menus and things like that. I don't think you need to actually sit here and watch me do this quest like 10 times. I don't think you need to. I don't think you want to. Maybe you do. Maybe you're one of those people who does want to watch it, and I'm neglecting you. And if I am, I apologize. But, I wouldn't find that very interesting to watch. Even if I do have some interesting stories to tell, or some interesting, maybe semi-interesting things to spit out of my mouth. But, I don't know. It's just not my bag, so I'm not going to force you guys to sit through it. Not going to head back. Going to activate the other quest here as well. A cold-blooded business. Now, if this is the quest I think it is, this is the one where I see a lot of people kind of waste time. No, it's not. Okay, now this is the worst possible quest you can get. So I'm actually kind of glad I got it at the same time. Okay, but I did get ethereal cotton dress gloves from a treasure coffer, so I'm going to call worth it. Defeat enemies while protecting your charge. Okay, no, this isn't the worst one. There's a lot of different types of Grand Company leaves you can get, and some of them are obnoxious. And you want to identify those immediately and avoid them. This is not one of those. This is a good one. So, there's one where you have to kill one very strong boss enemy, which we haven't got yet. There's one where you need to defend, certain things. In this case, bronze urns. Those ones are very, very good. They're usually very quick to complete. There's ones where you need to track down enemies that are hiding, like the luminous crystal one we just did. And then there's ones where you need to kill as many enemies within 5 minutes as possible. In terms of collecting Grand Company seals, those are by far the worst ones, because you have to wait until the 5 minutes is up. And that's horrible. Now, I say that, I feel like there might have been a way to hand in the quest before the 5 minutes is up, but I feel like that's also not the case. I know I hate those quests, so I like to avoid them at all costs. I like to do these quests where it's just kill a few enemies, get it out of the way, protect the urns, be done. Hey, don't do that. Get off my urns, buddy. I'm surprised he went right for the urns. Must have had an ability charged up on them. Now he's going to come right for me. Might charge up an ability on me, but he's going to be dead before that can happen, so it's not a big deal. So we have 2 more enemies we need to kill. Get that one. Get that one also. Do I have repose at this level? Oh, I have stone 2 at this level. Stone 2 would be really nice to help kill them a lot quicker. So let's do that instead. Didn't even realize I had stone 2 yet. Stone 1 is still very good, even after you get stone 2. Stone 2 does more damage, but stone 1 has that added slow effect, which can be really good for cutting around. So don't neglect it entirely once you unlock stone 2 if you're soloing as a conjurer. It's still really good to have. Now, when he's this close to me, it's kind of dumb. You really only want to do it after a fluid aura, because they're at least knocked away. Even though that heavy's not going to overwrite that bind, you can shoot it once and then bind after, or you can shoot it twice in a row to get the heavy effect on. But stone 2, the damage is good, and we're done. We did 2 of them. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing these, doing any fates that pop up in the area. Like I said, you get Grand Company seals from completing fates now as well. Just another thing to make them such a great resource. And yeah, we're gonna do this until we have 2,000 seals, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you guys what it's like. Now, I got a total of about 200 there because I got difficulty bonuses and speed of completion bonuses. So keep those in mind as well. Those can help speed up the process. Almost 200 is definitely good. Only means I have to do about 10 of them. Only 9 because I did the Guild Hess one first. But I'll see you guys when we get 2,000 seals. Be right back. Alright, so I'm quickly cutting back. I actually got one of those quests that I really dislike. As you can see right now on the right, defeat as many enemies as possible within the allotted time. Just so it's abundantly clear, you don't have to defeat any enemies more than what's listed on the right. So in this case, I need to defeat at least 1 Drybone Tuco Tuco, 1 Stinging Syrphid Cloud, which I just did, and 1 Ravenous Billy Goat. You could literally just AFK for the remaining time after that. It wouldn't matter at all. Sure, it's nice to defeat more enemies because, you know, ooh, more experience points. But you have to constantly run back and forth, and these suck. These really, really suck for trying to get your seals out of the way at an early level. So if you see one of these, remember its name. In this case, it's Watch Me If You Can. And here we go. This is the last one I need to kill. Now, I'm going to go and try and hand it in, even though it's not complete. I know it doesn't work, but I just want to try. I just want to believe it's going to work. Also, forgetting about Stone 2 again. Don't forget about Stone 2. I should probably move my bars around now. I think we've hit that point where I need to take teleport, auto attack, and return off my bar. I've been neglecting it for a long time now because I like having them there for like super early game. But I think it's probably by the next video time to get those off the bar. I think most people will agree with me there. So let's go see what happens when I try to hand this in, and then you're gonna see why I hate this quest. I could use some water right now. That's what I could use. Even though I lost my voice, I feel like yep. And there you go. He's just like, nope. Don't care. May you walk the light of the crystal. Flame private third class happy. And now we might as well just kill him, you know. But alright, now that I've shown you what this quest is like and why I dislike it for getting seals, I'll see you guys when I actually have 2,000 seals, so I have something to show you. Hey guys, back again. Still don't have 2,000 seals, but there was something that I kind of forgot to mention. I mentioned it in earlier videos, but I should have made immediate mention of it here as well. How to actually check how many Grand Company seals that you have. So the most common way that people will check their Grand Company seals is by going over to the currency tab right here, where you can see how much gil you have, how many elegant tomestones you have, how many company seals you have, and how many allied seals you have. So that'll be the most common way people will tell you to check. However, there are other ways. The other most common way to check is, you can't really see my mouse cursor right now, but I want you to look at the very bottom right hand of my screen. You can see my gil count down there, right? 44,703. If you actually hover over the gil symbol, the coin symbol, and left click it, it changes into Grand Company seals. So that's another way. If that's a more important resource to you, you can keep track of it down there as well. Anyway, gonna get back to my quests, and I'll again see you guys when I have 2,000 seals. Hey guys, I'm back, and I have my 2,000 seals, and there's one other major thing that I totally forgot to mention in terms of getting Grand Company seals. It's honestly something that I didn't think we'd really have to focus on at this early part. I'm just finishing up this this last quest right here. I was in the middle of it, and I actually completed a Grand Company hunting log. That's right. Now not only do you have a hunting log for each of your individual classes, you also have a Grand Company hunting log, and that strictly rewards Grand Company seals. I actually got one from killing the enemies in this specific leave, which were Amalja Seers, which gave me a bonus 400. So as you can see, I set it in the bottom left so I can see it. I have 2,300. I'm going to finish this one up. I'll have 24 after that. Might want to toss myself a heal. Maybe. Nah. Heals ain't for me, man. Heals ain't for me. But yeah, that's another quick way you can get them. Let's quickly check the Grand Company hunting log. See if there were any other options we could have taken. I've always done it like this. On every beta character, on everything I've always done it this way. And I don't remember if I do it this way on purpose because it lines up with some of the Grand Company hunting logs. But let's take a look at that real quick. So, we have hunting log, and we have the Grand Company, right? Okay, no, it didn't want to let me check it. No. No. Okay, L1R1. There we go. So we have Amalja Hunters. Okay, yeah. We could have just gone over a little bit east, and that definitely would have helped. Also, Halatali had a bunch of them. So doing that one Halatali dungeon can also totally just... Well, it won't get you all of them. It'll get you about 1,000 if you get all of them. But yeah, as you can see, there were Amalja Seers, which are usually by Broken Water in southern Thanalan. But you could also... We also could have gone a little bit more east over... this way, if I could get this to work. Right over here should be Sandgate, and there should have been another few hundred seals there. So the leave quests to me are most EXP efficient as well as seal efficient. Took me about 25 minutes to do all of them, and I should get basically a full level out of it as well. I leveled up right before this as well, but as you can see, I got a whole level and the 2,000 seals all from doing the leaves. I did 2 fates in between as well, and I got those bonus seals from doing the hunting log. But for the most part, it worked out the way that I wanted it to. Learned a few things myself, a few things that I was forgetting just because the way I'm used to doing it on my older characters, my other characters. But we all learned something together here today. Make use of the hunting log. You don't have to make really use of the hunting log early on. You're going to need those seals later anyway, but you're going to use them anyway. So they all serve pretty much the same purpose. Also, before I forget, because as you can tell, I already did forget, home point. Gonna do that. New home point is gonna be here. Somebody just cheered me on. Somebody who probably recognizes me. So, now all we have to do is head back here once we have the 2,000 Grand Company seals. Go to the Quartermaster. Go over to the final section. Oops, that's the wrong one. No. There we go. Go over to the material section on the first rank. Grab a Flame Chocobo issuance. I'm getting waves all over the place. Might as well wave back. Why not? And now, we're just going to go hand in this issuance over to Mimigun, which is just over here. Obviously, depending on the nation, it's going to change slightly. But don't worry too much about that. And that's it. That's unlocking your Grand Company. As you can see, choosing your Grand Company is not a really big choice unless you're very PvP-oriented. Bunch of tips for getting those first 2,000 seals out of the way. For getting seals in general, the expert delivery at level 50 is going to be a big way to get those. And but early on, when you're first ranking up, when you want to buy some gear maybe to help level up some of your jobs, it definitely helps to make use of all of those tools that you have. So here we go, hand it over. They're also going to let you should let you, I believe, name your Chocobo here as well, unless that's going to come from the level 30 quest. Oh, here we go. Queh. Yep, and name our Chocobo. You are going to be you're going to be called Let's Play. Works for me. Name your Chocobo, Let's Play. Quah. And then we hand it in, and bam. So, really quickly, before we end this part, just want to quickly show you how you want to go about using your Chocobo for the first time, or whatever mount it is now that you have this. All you have to do is go into your inventory, use the Chocobo Whistle, or any other mount that you may have. I believe I used all of the other ones. They are already in. Then, in order to actually access your mount, you're just going to go over to your, where is it? Your character profile in your main menu. Go to your mount guide, and you can pick any of them off the list that you may own. I am going to use my Fat Chocobo because he is the man. Just got to figure out a place to put him. But I'm going to worry about that in the next part. You can set these to your hotbar as you would any other ability, so don't worry too much about that. Thank you for watching this part. Hopefully I can get back to recording these in a fairly timely process now that my stomach flu is subsiding at least a little bit. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in the next part, and until then, take care.